Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Again, my name is Nathan, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's wonderful presentation. I presented this during the Prive International second anniversary on the second day during our iElite system training. And we've got wonderful responses. I mean, wonderful responses from people all over the world. They said, this is a great presentation. And just to give you a little history about this presentation, when I was asked by Dr. Steven to share during the anniversary, I said, yes, absolutely. It will be my honor, sir. And I was thinking about what would I love to share. There's a lot of stuff in my mind. He was saying, do some new distributors orientation training, probably a little bit of motivation and stuff like that. But I was really looking deep inside of me. I want something really like putting it all together, because I see a lot of our products are really positioned into a it's like the answer of most people's health problems, And so I said, I was looking for a term. What is that particular term? Why a lot of people, when they start using the iTeraCare, and they've been like using and taking a lot of supplements, and they have a good lifestyle, probably most of them. And then when they start using the iTeraCare, it seems that there is a huge jump of that response in terms of healing the body. And I was looking for the term until I found out this guy. I was listening to his audio book, and I said, oh my gosh, just as what I desired. So when I finished that audiobook, I said, well, I have a topic now. So I came up with this topic. It's called The Ultimate Human Health. This was derived by Gary Brecka. I'm going to show his profile later. All right. And you're going to love this, because this is a very powerful key. This is a key to unlock a lot of what the human bodies need. This is like the grail, the golden grail of health, in terms of understanding how we can achieve that deficiency inside of us. So hang on. I want you to listen carefully. This is recorded, and you can replay this over and over again. And I want you to understand that this is going to change the way we do presentations, the way we see health, especially about frequency and all this basic stuff. Now, again, I always say that, they've been doing their best. The longevity, the biohackers, the doctors, scientists, for many, many years, they've been looking for that key, that solution. What is the golden grail of becoming ultimately healthy as a human being? And tonight, I'm going to show you, this is not, again, a medical thing, because this is beyond the medical. This is based on years of study from biohackers, human biologists, and scientists all over the world. And they have concluded that it is going back to the basic. To be healthy is simply being connected back to nature. So we're going back to nature. And let me start with a disclaimer, because I'm going to show you the iTeraCare and other products. So again, this is a household electrical appliance. This is not under the medical FDA system. I simply show you the benefits and the science of these devices. So anything about your health concern, go to your doctor. But if you understand that you are responsible for yourself, you understand how health can be produced inwardly, then you can be the doctor for yourself, provided that you have the right knowledge. So today, we'll talk about the right knowledge on how to achieve that superhuman health. Again, the harsh reality of life. Okay, let me compare the health of our modern times today, the reality of life, and ancient health or ancient longevity. As you can see, during the ancient times, thousands of years ago, people were just born, they age fully, and they die. Most of them, if not all of them, they simply just lay down like sleeping, and they just pass to the next realm. Right? There was no disease. It was unheard thousands of years ago. In fact, to be sick is so rare thousands of years ago. All right. I mean, I'm talking about those civilization with such knowledge. They really age fully, like 200, 300. This was the normal age during those days. But today, our modern lifestyle, our modern times, we're born, we age, not like wine, guys. We age fast and we get so sick that most of the population today, they die because of sickness. And this is the harsh reality. I mean, I can hear it. We've got a great friend who just passed away, and that was just last week during the trip. And that really like haunt us, most of us, and say we need to go back to the basic. We need to again be responsible with this physical body. I mean, it's you wouldn't know when you will leave this physical body, because a lot of today's people are dropping dead, and you know that people are just having stroke any time of the day. This is the harsh reality of our life, and the reason why we're getting sicker because of our modern lifestyle, our attachment to devices. We don't ground ourselves anymore. We eat the food that our taste buds like, and the foods that they are manufacturing is designed to trigger dopamines so we can eat more and take more of their food. It's business. You have to understand, at the end of the day, the food industry wants you to eat more of their food because they're going to make more money. All right, that is the reality. If you don't understand that, you are in the hook of that cycle, and you start eating their foods. And their food is not designed for us to be healthy. It is designed for us to keep eating. It is like a trigger. There are a lot of chemicals there that would want you to buy that food over and over again. But the elements, the ingredients, there's too much sugar, preservatives. And it says the longer the shelf life of that food, the shorter it gives life to us. That is the truth. If you don't know that, all right, if you're not aware of that, then it's gonna bring your health down, especially for our kids. I'm a father of 7 children. Now you would call me a little bit strict. My children knows when every time we go to groceries, they try to pick up something. I teach them, look at the ingredients, how much sugar is there, how much preservatives there, coloring and seed oils. I gotta teach them, because without this awareness, we are simply, we're disinformed, and we simply just go through the process of dying earlier because of this industries that's just making money out of us. So be aware, our modern lifestyle is making us sicker. And so because of that, humanity is searching for the ultimate health hack. Is there a hack? Absolutely. If there is so much darkness, there has to be an answer of light. It's always the yin yang. There is a balance. But which side you want to look for? Are you going to drain down the dark side and just become the normal that is disinformed without being responsible for your health? Or are you going to take responsibility of your health and become self-empowered, self-regulated? Then you have the knowledge to heal yourself. This is the hack, because why? This is the truth. The truth is that there is a healing system inside our body. In other words, our physical body is designed to heal itself. No one is talking about this. It's because, again, there is business behind. If you don't understand, they hide this from you. This is not taught in schools. Okay. All right. We're taught that you need to eat the pyramid, the healthy pyramid food, But as you can see, that pyramid of food is not designed to make human bodies healthy. It is designed for us to become sicker. Okay, based on what? Results. So if we understand that the body heals itself, and then we have to provide what the body needs, and the body will heal itself. That is because there is a healing force within each one of us. And this is the greatest force in getting well. Hippocrates mentioned this 25,000 or 25 centuries ago, 2,500. It was a long time. He said this because he understands that this human body can heal itself. Now, everything is energy. Yes, we need to understand that the body is an energy field in our cells, down to the tiniest unit. or matter, which is called atoms. And inside the atoms, when they cut it open, they only see two things, which is non-material or non-matter. It's all filled with waves and particles. In other words, the very source of everything we see and touch and feel are all energy and frequencies. If we understand this, that everything is energy, therefore everything is vibrating. There is a frequency in everything. Frequency is the language, or vibration is the language of the universe. This is what Nikola Tesla said. If you want to find the secrets or the language of the universe, you got to think and speak in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I mean, every time I say this, I always say it gives me goosebumps. This guy's totally amazing. Why is that so? Why is this the language of the universe? Because everything that we see in our senses, they're all made of energy, frequency, and vibration. And Albert Einstein, a great scientist, said that the future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Oh, that is just so powerful. Okay. All of this is already here. We've got, infrared, we've got mats, we've got all those, light therapies, energy frequencies and energy healing. All of this is already available. We even have pranic healing today, quantum healing, and there are other modalities using crystal and theta healing. In other words, the energy healing is already available today, but most of the population doesn't know about this, and most are ignorant. That's why we are not informed. We're ignorant about this. We don't tap in this, and we miss the opportunity of healing the body using frequency and vibration. Okay. Now, this PEMF, this was discovered by NASA on September 2003. The backstory of this is that NASA, who brings astronauts, out of space, they are looking for solution to ground the bodies of astronauts, because when they're disconnected from the Earth's magnetism, it hastens the process of deteriorating the body. In other words, the body deteriorates fast when it's not connected or Earth. So they have discovered the PEMF by Thomas J. Goodwin, and it's able to grow cells, good cells, and even genes. So it mimics the magnetism of Earth. So when they discover this and astronauts begins to use it, it seems that astronauts are still magnetized or connected to nature by using the PEMF. This is a very powerful technology that was discovered by NASA in 2003. And guess what, guys? We have this technology in Prive International. Now, another one is by Dr. Anthony Holland. They're using frequencies. They call it the 11th harmonics. In other words, they fine-tune different frequencies, and it's able to shatter cancer cells and organisms. Oh my gosh. And you should watch the TED Talk of this guy. It effectively stops the growth of cancer using what? No pills here, guys. It's all frequency. It's like tuning on the radio. And once they match the frequency of the cancer and organisms, and guess what happens to the cells, cancer cells, they start to die. It's like liquefying them, literally, just by using frequency. No pills, no other syringe, no chemicals. It's all frequency. And this has changed the landscape of how we bring healing to the physical body. Now, next one. This is the guy that I'm telling you. His name is Gary Brecka. I would love you to listen to this guy. Go to YouTube, go to podcast, and start listening to Gary Brecka. Gary Brecka is a human biologist. He is a biohacker, a longevity expert. And he was formerly a life insurance predicting mortality agent. In other words, they are a group of scientists that can tell people when they die to the month. Isn't that scary or just amazing? He has an access of over 370 million records of different people, and with an accuracy of 85%. In other words, they can tell people when they die to the month. They would tell you you have this X month, and by that month you could die. All right. Why is that so? And he said this is one of the most accurate science in the world. And so he said, if I can use this data and help people, it would change lots of lives. And so starting from that realization, he said, I'm going to use my profession, my knowledge to help as many people as I can. And so he shifted from being a life insurance predicting mortality agent to becoming a human longevity expert. And from that day on, this guy has helped a lot of names of celebrities and athletes. People are very famous. People are following this guy because his result is totally amazing. And so this is what he said. Raw materials we take in must be converted into a form that the body needs, or else we have a deficiency. Okay, so it's not about, I'm taking supplements, Nathan. I'm taking enough food. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegan. I've got so much minerals and seeds. I eat nuts. I shouldn't have a problem with deficiency. Wrong. Deficiency is not the lack of food, but it is the inability of the body to convert those raw materials into a form that the body needs. You might be taking vitamins and minerals, but if the body is unable to convert, the body will have deficiency. This is the real problem, all right, why people are getting sicker and dire. Deficiency is the real problem of our body's health. Without proper nutrition or efficiency of raw materials, the body will deteriorate and become sick. So what is deficiency? It is based on methylation. All right. Methylation is a biochemical process that converts raw materials into a usable form. All right. It's like when you take a simple vitamins or minerals that is good for the brain. If it's not methylated, the body cannot eat it. It would not be absorbed. Then you would still have deficiency. You might be taking a lot of vitamins, vitamin C in particular, but if the body is unable to methylate it or process it, then still the body becomes deficient with vitamin C. You know what I mean? So methylation is very important. So the question is, how do we achieve methylation? How do we achieve this chemical process that converts raw materials into a usable form so the body becomes efficient? So the body will be filled with all the nutrition and the raw materials that it needs. So we need these three things. Again, after all years of study, they have concluded that for us to convert raw materials into a form that the body needs, you need three things, or else you're not going to methylate well. Isn't that exciting? You need these three things to achieve this ultimate human health. And what are those? It's actually free. It's the most basic and it's free. Anybody can just use it. Even now, you can even do it right now and it's free. You don't need to buy this because why? It's part of what nature is giving us. Grounding, or we call it earthing, right? Standing and stepping on soil, it's free. Breath work. You can breathe anytime using a simple breathing technique to absorb the right oxygen in the body so you can oxygenate the body. That is free. And sunlight is free. Why do we need sunlight? Because we are photovoltaic beings. We convert light and turns them into vitamin D, which is a very important methylated component that the body needs. It's like the water in your ingredients when you make cake. Sunlight. These are all free, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We're not doing this. Why we're not doing this? We don't have enough time. Now grounding. Why is grounding so important? Because grounding and earthing, all right, it's basically changing the polarity of our cells. When cells has the same polarity, they tend to attract each other. So when they attract to each other, they cluster. And so there's not enough space for it to absorb oxygen and other elements in the body. So then the circulation is affected. Now, again, it's all about blood circulation. So without that changing of polarity of the outer part of the cell, the cells will move, the blood cells will move so slowly, we have a problem. And eventually there is less circulation in the body. By grounding, by creating that energy by just stepping on the soil without your shoes, stepping on the sand and on grass. You discharge yourself because we're being charged all the time. You know, there's so much charges. We've got microwave charging. We've got our cell phones and all these gadgets. We've got all this stress. So we are charged. In other words, there's so much distortion of energy inside the body that keeps us from that stressful level. So when you ground, it changes polarity. Guess what? The cells detach from each other. It separates and it allows better circulation. So grounding is very important. Now, I missed to say this, you know, during the event. You know, Singapore has one of the highest amputation of leg in the world. You know, it's top 8. You wouldn't believe it. A very small country, but it has one of the highest leg amputation in the world. You can Google this. And why is that so? Because if you've been to Singapore, everybody's walking. There's no problem about walking. I mean, they could have solved circulatory problem. Everybody's walking in Singapore. In fact, the government designed the entire country for everybody to walk. But why is that there's so much amputation in this country where everybody walks? You know why? Because not everybody's grounding. 97 or 9, I would say more than that probably. A lot of them are no longer grounding. You go out of your flat, I mean, everybody's staying on the flat. High-rise building, when they go out, everybody's wearing shoes or slippers. And everything around them is concrete. It's cemented. It's so rare for you to see a part of a patch of soil where people are running and walking without shoes. This is the reason why there's so much high levels of inflammation in Singapore, and they're one of the highest of this leg amputation, which is really odd to understand. Why? Because most of Singaporeans, not just Singapore, a lot of us are no longer earthing. Is earthing very important? Absolutely. Just by 5 and 10 minutes of doing that, you change the polarity of your cells and you're going to bring in a lot of good health that methylates a lot of raw materials in the physical body. Again, we are earth, or we are energy beings. We need to discharge. We need this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, number 2, oxygenation. If there is magnetism on earth, there is also oxygen from the air. Is oxygen important? Yes, I think this is the most important element in the physical body. When somebody is dying, they don't pump in nitrogen or hydrogen. They pump in what? Oxygen. Oxygen is the most important element where everything starts to methylate. With oxygen, the body starts to work. This is like the component ingredients. It's like the water of making a cake. And so when you take this proper oxygen or enough oxygen in the body, again, the body begins to convert all these raw materials, which is very important for you to absorb so you become efficient. Okay, next one, sunlight. Scientists said that we are meant to spend 85% of our time outdoors so we can convert light in the body so the body can produce vitamin D. And you know this, right? And they told us many years ago, you know, the industry of skincare and again, all this stuff, okay? They said, the sun gives you cancer. Oh my, that was, I might say this, all right? This might create some controversy for all of you, but it's all over the internet. Doctors saying it's not going to give you cancer. It's never the sunlight is going to give you cancer. The sun has been there for millions of years. Right? Before humanity, when humanity came, it's been there. It has given no problem during the ancient times. But when they started introducing skincare products, you know, all this sunscreen, everything, that's when you see the numbers are going up. We begin to see cancer going up, skin cancer going up. So it's not the sun, it's the chemicals that we put on our skin. We need to expose ourselves into the sun so we can methylate with vitamin D. We can methylate, convert these raw materials into a usable form so the body becomes efficient, ladies and gentlemen. So if we move away from these 3 things, guess what? We become sicker. As simple as that. Yes, Nathan, what a revelation tonight. Yeah, if you miss the 3, you miss grounding or earthing, you miss proper oxygenation, and you miss sunlight, you're going to get sicker. And this is the fact today. Most of us are no longer exposed into these three things. We're not exposed. You know, you walk down your house, in the garage, everything is covered. You get inside your car, it's covered. You go inside the mall, walk on the walkway, it's covered. When you go out, there is sun, you use your umbrella. Nobody wants to get exposed under the sun. We become sicker. We wear our shoes and slippers, and we don't breathe properly. This is the reason why we are sick. Why? You have to understand that every cell in our body is a battery. That battery must have enough energy so the cells can function in its optimum state. Later on, I'm going to talk about this battery down to the detail about the mitochondria, and the ATP, which is the currency or the energy of our cells. Everything, it's all about the energy or the integrity of the cell's energy. Again, if the battery of the cells or the cell's battery is low, the entire body's health is weak. It's all about that. This is the secret, guys, right? I've been hearing this. I've been doing research, and I've been hearing Gary Brecken, a lot of this, guys, doctors, scientists talking about longevity. They have this conclusion. It's all about your cells, the energy of your cells. So if you know how to pump in enough energy in your cells, you're gonna be healthy. That is the key. The key is the energy of our cells. Now, there is a solution. Nathan, I'm not exposed to sunlight. Nathan, I'm not grounding. I don't have time. You have to understand, Nathan, this is my work. All right. I don't have a place to run, barefoot. Is there a solution? Yes, there is always a solution. Humanity always looks for a solution. And this is the solution. They have what we call superhuman protocol. This is used by elite celebrities and athletes and rich people. You can see there is a infrared bed there, and there is a PEMF mat and a oxygen bag, an oxygen pod where people can inhale. This entire set cost $150,000 Yep. Again, there's a solution. It costs $150,000 And I'm pretty sure most of us here would say, wow, that is expensive. I couldn't afford. Exactly. If you want to be healthy, get this $150,000 because again, you're staying on a flat. You don't have time for sunlight. You don't have time to breathe. You don't have time to go out and walk on soil. Get the superhuman protocol at a cost of $150,000 I wouldn't suggest this. I've got a solution for you. I've got a suggestion for you. Instead of getting this, let's get this. Grounding, Prive International has a solution. We've got what we call the Bio and the BioLite. Now, oxygenation, we've got this latest product. We call this the OxyTap. Sunlight, wow, we've got the iTeraCare that mimics the sun's energy. All of these three devices is designed to bring back that capacity of the body to methylate and convert raw materials into a form that the body can start using those raw materials. You need these three. So by using our three products without having to spend $150,000, guess what? You're going to achieve a human health that you couldn't imagine in your life. This is a missing link of methylating, missing link of converting, becoming healthy. We have a solution for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go one by one. Why is this answering the need for us to become healthy? Now, with the Bio as your solution for earthing or grounding, the Bio has a technology which we call it the PEMF. That is pulse electromagnetic field. It has the same effect of grounding and earthing. It mimics the magnetism of Earth. So when you step on this, ladies and gentlemen, You're like stepping on the soil and grass. But of course, there's more than that, because we've got the terahertz, we've got the sinusoidal, energy, we've got heating technology. There's a lot more. But let me focus on the PEMF, because this is the missing link here. Step on this, your feet on the bio, and you start discharging all those unnecessary energy because of the PEMF. And we've got this. This is the results of people using PEMF. As you can see, the cells before, they were clumped. And after using it for just 5, 6, 10 minutes, the cells separate, allowing the increase of oxygens and nutrient delivery, circulation. It decreases the plaque that is being built up. And they work so well in the heart, increases your oxygen delivery, okay? Increasing your circulation in the body and the nutrients. So the PEMF is an important product for you to ground yourself, all right? Now, this bio has a lot of great benefits, not just the magnetism, but it also dispels cold and dampness. If you're feeling cold, you're feeling like bloated, you're feeling like there's so much water retention in the body, this is great. And it promotes metabolism. So those of you who have low metabolism, it seems that you're not losing weight as fast as you can. Again, it now methylates those unnecessary stuff. It starts burning because it promotes metabolism, promotes circulation, all right, relieves inflammation, and it activates the cells, purifies the blood. There's a lot. Purifies the body. All right. It's a great fat burner. A lot of people are saying, we've got great testimonies. People are using this device. They're losing weight. Some of them using it 30 minutes in the morning and using it 30 minutes in the evening. And guess what? They lost a lot of fats. This is the iTera Bio. And there's more. This iTera Bio has the 3 core technology. It has its terahertz waves. Again, that we have it in the iTeraCare. But the thing, this terahertz wave is focused on the meridian points of your feet. So when the terahertz begins to revive those cells, it begins to activate every single organ in the body. Of course, it has negative ions. The negative ions, it enhances your immune function. It is like an antioxidant. The negative ion also reduces your stress. You can experience this, like if you're too stressed, just put your feet on the bio, you start feeling better, and it improves the quality of your sleep. It's also great for people who have allergies and asthma symptoms. And number 3, we've got the graphene far infrared. Now, graphene is a material that they use to produce infrared ray. So it increases the temperature of your skin surface. And so it accelerates the blood circulation, relieves the muscle tensions, and relieves pain. All of this you can enjoy when you use the iTera Bio. Now, let's go into number 2, oxygenation. The OxyTap. A lot of us are asking, when can we get the OxyTap? Now, later on, I'm going to talk about how and when the possibility of the availability of this product. I just got my OxyTap last week, and I'm enjoying it every single day. Later, I'm going to show you the routines that I'm doing using these 3 devices, all right, and why I'm achieving also good health, because I'm also a guy that really is so geared into health, even with my family. So I'm going to suggest to you some ways on how you can optimize your health, right, on a daily basis using the 3. So number 2 is the OxyTap. As you can see here, the OxyTap has 6 times higher oxygen absorption in your liver, all right, compared to just breathing. If we're just simply breathing and you don't know how to breathe, a lot of people have shortness of breath, all right, because they don't know the techniques of bringing in oxygen and removing carbon and removing oxygen in the body. There's a mechanism there. You better drink the OxyTap. The OxyTap is a oxygen infuser. It's a supplement. And there could be better statement than this. Doctors and scientists said that the presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. I mean, that is the truth there. I mean, this is amazing. This statement is powerful. So if there's enough oxygen in the body, disease is absent. Again, this is the most powerful methylation agent that the body starts just functioning everywhere. Without oxygen, the body deteriorates. So the oxygen from Oxytap helps your body boost everything in your system. Now, the importance of oxygen to the cell. Remember, mitochondria, that is the power generator of your cells. The ATP, now this is kind of technical here, we call this the adenosine triphosphate. This is the source of energy for use and storage in your cells. All right. This is like the fuel, ladies and gentlemen. You need higher ATP so the mitochondria can start generating power in your cells. And it needs oxygen to create that cycle. Without oxygen, there is no production of ATP and there is no production of energy inside your mitochondria, which powers up your cells. Hypoxia, all right? This is low oxygen levels, all right? If there's so much glucose and sugar, it lowers your oxygen, by the way, all right? So when the cell has inefficient oxygen, all right, it gets its energy from glucose to get energy. Sugar is not a real energy form, and you know that, you know? Why is this called sugar rush? Sugar rush is not real energy. You know, when you take sugar, you got to rush, especially kids. And after that, what happens? The body goes into a hangover. Boom, it goes down because sugar is not the real energy of your cells. It is ATP, and that is produced by your mitochondria and produced by oxygen. Isn't it amazing knowing all of this? We didn't know this. This wasn't taught in schools, right? Now, understanding this makes you like, oh my gosh, I got to understand this. It's important to have the right knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. So next one, when a cell has oxygen to use instead of sugar, all right, when the cell has access to oxygen, it uses oxidative phosphorylation and electron transport chain to produce energy. This is it. This is the cycle that I'm saying. You know, this is like the methylation here. So your 0,2, your oxygen creates 32 ATPs, which is the power that is needed for your mitochondria, not the glucose, ladies and gentlemen, but the oxygen. This is how important oxygen inside your body. So cells, they need high energy ATP for the cells to function optimally. It can carry out normal cell function. It can repair. And guess what, guys? You know, if you want to be younger, you need high oxygen. You need high ATP. And, you know, this is really so exciting because it's not just the oxygen, it's also the iTeraCare. The iTeraCare also pumps voltage in your cells. So you can imagine you got the bio, you got the iTera. It's all towards pumping energy in your cells. You got an oxygen. It's mind-blowing. Are you seeing what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? And this, when the cells are just so fired up, it begins to fight cancer cells. It removes cancerous cells. This is totally amazing. I'm just so excited about this. This is Oxytap. And when a cell has no oxygen to use, the cell can turn cancerous. Woo! So in other words, a cancer cell is actually a cell without oxygen. All normal cells have a requirement for oxygen, but cancer cells can live without oxygen. A deprived cell, 35% of its oxygen for 48 hours, it can become, or it may become cancerous. So low energy, low oxygen makes more cancer in the body. So check your house, you know, right? A lot of our rooms have less ventilation now. That's why we put plants in our rooms. Because what? It's for oxygen, to remove carbon. All right? It's all about oxygen. Now you begin to understand, yeah, check your house right now. Is your room, all right? Does it enough oxygen? Is your windows open? All right? You keep using your air condition. It deprives you from fresh oxygen. So people are getting sicker. Because why? We put ourselves in the box. People staying in the mountains near the beach, Oh, they're super healthy. And you know that because there is enough oxygen. Guys, oxygen is so important. And oxygen and neurons combine. This is how you create high elevated emotions like passion, joy, excitement, vibrance, happiness. Again, it needs oxygen and neurons combine for you to achieve that high elevated emotions. You don't see somebody waking up in the morning and laughing, right? Right? We have more access to low levels of emotion. Most people, when they're angry at night, they wake up angry in the morning. Sad. Most people wake up sad, stressed and angry and irritated. But not everybody's waking up. I mean, rare for somebody waking up joyful, right? Because joyfulness needs a lot of oxygen and neurons combine in the brain. All right. So it's not just generating it, but it's generated from your physiological area, which is your body inside your brain. If you want to be always happy, guys, you got to have oxygen, right? Oxygen is a drug to the brain. Amazing. Now, sunlight. Number 3. Now, the iTeraCare mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy that is good for the body. So the body can start what? Methylating again, producing vitamin D. Of course, I wouldn't say that you don't need to expose yourself under the sun and the iTeraCare will take care 100% of it. No, what I'm saying is when you use the iTeraCare, it seems you can also get a lot of the sunlight's benefit, but there's no what do you call this? There's no substitute to sunlight, but still you can get. So this iTeraCare, all right, it's like giving you that energy like the sun, so the body can start methylating and start converting. There's a lot of great testimonies with the iTeraCare. We've got thousands of testimonies because we've got the quantum technology here. We've got the optical quartz. And talking about quantum, it's about your intention. So the intention must be clear. If you want healing energy, when you're blowing, you got to say it. You got to be intentional. My liver is healing. My cells is well and perfectly optimized and functioning well. There is this quantum energy that we need to access. And this is available in our product, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, 1 hour of iTeraCare, it's like so relaxing. It is equivalent to like 40 times of massage and 30 times of gua sha and 20 times of cupping and 10 times of acupuncture. This, right? So the iTeraCare, this is set the standard of energy devices in the world. We have surpassed a lot of other products in the market, and we are now the world leader in terahertz and frequency devices and healing all over the world. We've got 500 over plus doctors, medical doctors endorsing the iTeraCare. So this 3 combination, guys, would definitely revolutionize your health. So this is the goal of the company. And you're one with us that we want each household to have one iTeraCare so we can bring life to every home. Now, the next level is it's not just iTeraCare because we need 3 components. We want every household to have iTeraCare. Eventually, they're going to get the bio, and eventually, they're going to get the OxyTap. That is the goal now. Amazing. So for those of you here listening to my presentation, if you don't have the OxyTap, do your best to get it. Not now, if the money is not allowing you, but have the intention. You have your iTeraCare. You can see a lot of us are really enjoying the health benefits. The next level is you get the OxyTap and the bio. You need these 3 components to achieve really that methylation and conversion of raw materials in the body. This combination is so powerful that you can achieve what we call the ultimate human health. This is Prive International, and I'm so proud to be part of this company. All right. For some reason, this is orchestrated. We've got this 3-in-1 combination, and I've got a good news for you. Many, I think for I don't know when, but very soon we're gonna have a promotion with the 3 devices. Okay, isn't that good? We're gonna have a promotion where you guys can get 3, all right, devices at a very good promotional discount or price, and that would help you achieve your health, because you need these 3. If you don't have the 2, be intentional, have the desire to get this 3 so you can achieve that wonderful health for your physical body. Now, Thrive is positioned to be the world leader in human health. We're using the most advanced frequency products today, all right? And this, with all of you as our leaders, we'd like to encourage you to, again, continue touching as many lives as you can. Share the good news, all right? Share this to the people that you love. Share this to your family, all right? If you don't have the money yet, again, it's free. You can ground yourself, start walking outside your house, start walking on soil and grass and sand every single day for at least 10 minutes. All right, start exposing your skin under the sun if you don't have the iTeraCare yet. Start doing the breath work so you can have enough oxygen. But for those of you who have enough money, get the 3, because a lot of you are very busy. You know, you don't have those time. But this 3 will cut short your time with also, you know, hasten the process inside of you by using these 3 devices. So I know that you are so excited for this. All right, so thank you for listening to my presentation for tonight.